it's Tubbs and welcome back to my channel. We are going to be playing a game called Bento Blocks today. I had someone on the Bento Blocks team reach out asking if I would like to give a try for their demo. The demo is currently available through Steam, and it looked really cute. It's like sushi themed and it's a puzzle game, so I wanted to give it a try and see what it's all about. So let's give it a try. So it looks like there's a bunch of different levels here, and we can also unlock more. But let's start with puzzle number 1. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we can pick up the sushi. The mouse seems a little bit out of sync with my mouse. Oh, it's okay. We can also cut it. What does that mean? Okay, I cannot cut this piece, but it does seem we can just fit those two into here really easily. Nice, we got three stars. Alright, pretty simple. I think this is here. I feel like I used to play a lot of these games when I was a kid, and I like these type of puzzle games. They're very easy. It's a very simple concept, but they can get hard. And speaking of, it's getting a little bit more difficult, but I think we got it here. We will have to fit 2 pieces. I think we'll do this. This little block of rice goes there, and that goes there. Nice. I'm hoping that our bento box gets some toppings soon. It's just a bento box of rice. Oh! That's a cut. So I guess... Interesting. Okay, here we go. We cannot rotate, so I wonder if we can cut it twice. Alright, so that's what it means to cut. And look at the little pieces of rice that got left over. That's adorable. Alright, okay. Wait. Go back. Did I not get... I only got 2 stars with this. So I'm wondering... Does that mean there's a better way to do this? I don't see it being a better way though. We lose 1. Is there a way to get 3 stars without losing? Can we... That's the only way I can see us cutting it though. I don't see how we could cut it. Oh, I can see. We don't need to cut it twice. We actually just need to cut it once. There we go. I wanted to get the 3 stars. Alright. Here we go. I think this one, we can only cut horizontally. And oh, I see now. You have 2 cuts. So it's 2 cuts, and anything more than 2 cuts will give you less than 3 stars. So we're going to try to keep our 3-star rating here. Alright. Not too bad. 2 cuts again. And now we have to fit it into this bento. But if we do this, it's 4 cuts. So I wonder if we cut it once like this. I don't think that's gonna work. Will it work? Oh, it does work. Perfect. Oh, it's a really long piece of sushi. So it's 3 for the first one. And then it's 3 and a 2. That's pretty easy. We get our 2 cuts. Our bento is still missing some nice toppings, I think. Alright. Alright, so this looks like it fits there. We're allowed 2 cuts. So if we cut... I see what we have to cut. Cut here, and we make that into 2. It kind of helps to be able to put those over top to kind of try it out. Oh, now we have a separated bento, but we only allowed to cut once. We're only allowed to cut once. But both pieces... Wait, I was like, can we double cut? We can. Our knife got very long, I realized. Okay, that's good to know. So you can do like 1 giant cut. There we go. There's a giant cut again. So we can do something like a 3-way cut. We will have to cut the top off. So minimum we'll have to cut this. What if, oops, that's too much. What if we try something like this? I think that actually works out really well. Nice. We are killing it right now. Okay, so 2 cuts allowed. I think we cut it in half, and then we cut it in half again, but do a double cut. There we go. It looks like they're ready for some fish on top, like little nigiri pieces that we made. Plain rice bento. Here we go. That looks like it almost fits, but it doesn't. And it's 2 cuts, and it's a really long knife. I think we have to do something like this, because that fits the U shape. Oh, but then we won't be able to cut the knobs off. Because I thought it'd be something like... Oh, yes it is. Okay, there we go. Very nice. And we solved all of the page 1 puzzles. I like the cut aspect. To be honest, when I first saw this as available, I think it was also available during Steam Next Fest. I thought it was gonna be just, you know, we put it in, it's like a simple game, but the cutting aspect definitely makes it different, which I think is really nice. Okay, so now we have to put the shrimp there for sure. So, and there's vertical cuts. So it kind of gives you a hint of where pieces need to be, but I think it also adds a level of difficulty once the puzzles are a little bit more complex. So we definitely need to do that. We have 2 cuts available. I think we cut that one for sure, right? And if we do this... Uh-oh, I think I messed up. Let me restart that one. Maybe we actually cut here and here. Oh, just kidding. I think if we wanted to, we actually have to cut. It's only one big cut. If that's 3. Oh, that doesn't work. So we can't cut the 3 off. So it's definitely the 2. And then do we just cut this off? Did we do this one already? I think we already did that. Alright, we gotta try this again. We cut off the 3. What if we cut this at the 2 level? And then we cut the bottom off. 1. There we go. Our 3 stars. Okay, we got vertical cut and we have a horizontal cut. So we need to make this open. I kind of feel like maybe since there's already an open spot, but it only cuts 2. So, and this only cuts 1. So if we do the 2, what happens if we cut the 2 like that? Oh, it creates a weird U. Okay. But then if we do that, we could technically do something like, oh, and create different shapes. That didn't work. I know for sure this cannot be a square. If we end up with a square, it's no good. So we need to fit everything around it. So that doesn't do anything. Cannot rotate. We can only cut 2 and a 1. The only way we can chop this up is this way. What if we... But that still makes a square, and we don't want a square. Let's see. That will still make a square. The only way to make a not square is if we cut it off this way, but then that doesn't really help us because then it's a rectangle. Alright, let's give this another try. That will create a... What if we do this? Still creates a square. If we do the horizontal first and cut that into 2 pieces, but it gives us a rectangle. We need to be able to have a... I feel like it's something to do like here. But if it's there, we have to be able to cut this whole side, which we cannot reach. And we would have to cut this whole side, which we also cannot reach. So, what if we do something like... Nope. I'm trying to picture where to cut this. That will give us the rectangle and we won't be able to cut out the single one. So the cut has to be either here or here. If we cut it here, it creates the square. This has the possibility of... No, it doesn't work. Unless they're like playing with us and it doesn't have to be too... It doesn't have to be like too vertical, you know? Like what if we did then also that would do nothing. That would do nothing. I'm just trying everything at this point. Wait, what if we did that? We cut. No, that wouldn't work either. That's not it. That is not it. Okay, let me... Can't figure out how I could do this in 2 cuts. Here would give us a square. That would give us a square. This would cut off the right one, but we would have to do 2 or multiple cuts. What if we just cut out something like on the... like one of these. I wish I was able to do it horizontally. We could technically cut out side. We might have to come back to this one. I might come back to this one. I feel like sometimes the best way is to just finish the puzzle. Wait, how did that happen? How did that only count? Did that only count as 1 cut? That only counts as 1 cut. When you combine the knives, it only cuts as 1 cut. Okay, okay, so what did we have before? It was like this. We cut that, and that's 1 cut. Technically, that's 2 cuts. Interesting. I figured it out. Okay. So the knives can be combined. Okay, now this is difficult. So I need to have 1 cut only in order to get the sushis. But I think if I just go like this, they fit actually. It's like a different type of puzzle, but there we go. Now that we know we can combine knives, that makes a big difference. Very interesting. Okay, so that one already fits, but this little guy doesn't. So we need to separate these 2 guys. But unfortunately, he doesn't reach. So now we have to do something else. So for sure we have to chop this one off, right? For sure. But they both can't be the tail end of it either. So maybe it's not... And it's 1 cut. So maybe it's not... But then if I do this, I can't actually reach... I can't reach the other... So maybe it's this. But then again, I also don't reach. Because if we do this, they both have a bottom piece. We need the shrimp... We need the shrimp to be on its own. What if we did this? One of the shrimps didn't even need to be cut. Alright. 2 cuts. Shrimp by itself is pretty easy. But we only have 2, so we don't need the shrimp. So we need to cut this part off and this part off. But I think it's a trick. Technically, there's 1. This needs to cut the corner off. But does that doesn't fit. I think we're on to something though. Is this what I did earlier? No, I cut the other way. But then it's the same thing because we have to cut off this corner and this corner. And I can't do that in 2 cuts. So the problem is the two corners here. So how can I cut this one and this one off at the same? So I can cut off this one easily. Maybe it's something like this. Nice, I don't have to use all the pieces. Alright, here we go. The bento box is half full. So we have to chop it off in one. But it's one... But the bento doesn't fit. Yeah, it doesn't fit. But I don't see a way of chopping it. I don't see a way of chopping it without... Yeah, without it having... I'm confused why the bento is half. Like, can we have something stick out of it? Is that why the bento is in half? But even if we were to do that, like... Oh, it is! So if the bento is open, you can have it stick out. Interesting. So this is a pretty free reign. We have two cuts. We do have to separate the shrimp. I think that's the only way to separate the shrimp here. I'm gonna try to cut this. And then that's fine. This bent can technically go here, but we need it to go up one. Which means we need one little piece of rice. Something like this. And there we go. Alright, two cuts. Open bento, but not on the side. So the biggest it can only be is like two across. It feels like the obvious thing is to cut it in the middle, but I think that might be too obvious. I think we're gonna have to do something like this, where the pieces... Oh, actually, do I already have it? Oh no, this guy doesn't have it. So we're close with this, but this is on the wrong side. So I think maybe... Dare I? Is it like even more complex than that? That can fit for sure. Okay, I think we can figure this out. If we cut that, that's fine. That's on the wrong side. Oh, I can split these. There we go. Alright, two cuts. Only one shrimp, so we just need a shrimp in the middle. So it feels like we just cut a shrimp out. But then we need an open space. I don't know if we... Wait, we need an open space. We need to almost cut out all the shrimp. What if we did this? But we need to do something like... Interesting. Okay, but we need to do something where it's open. But with a little space. But then the shrimp will get in the way. But if we cut in the center... That doesn't cut the shrimp out. I can do this. Oh wait, it does! Perfect. And there we go! I think that's the rest of mine. Get more stars to unlock. But we've gotten 3 stars and everything, and I think it's just thank you for playing now. Because that ends our demo here, but that was actually really fun. When I first looked at it, I thought, you know, it looks like a puzzle game. It looks like a puzzle game I'm familiar with, and it's really similar to some of those block building kind of like Tetris-like puzzle games, but with the aspect of adding the knife and everything, it definitely adds a different twist to it, which is really interesting. So I did really enjoy this game. I think it's really cute. It's simple, but it does, the puzzles do get more difficult, and there's different kind of strategies. So I kind of really enjoy that. But anyways, this is Bento Blocks. Go try it out on Steam if you like this type of game. The demo is out right now as of this video that I'm uploading, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from this team. But thank you so much for checking out my channel today. I play a lot of roguelikes, indie games, puzzle games, cute games. If you like any of that, if you like my content, please like and subscribe and support, and we'll see you for the next video. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.